guys, Mona from My Limit Is Me here. How are you doing? I am here with a new plan with me, and as you're probably seeing already, this is quite sped up, and that's because I've got quite a lot of things going on, so I thought I would try to get it all into one video. And well, the filming took about an hour and 20 minutes, so if I didn't speed it up like this, it wouldn't fit in the amount of time I find reasonable. So so it's gonna go a little bit fast, and for this part, it's well, it's more of the same basically. It's what you've been seeing for some time now, because I've done this spread quite sometimes already. I'm using the seashell theme that I talked about last video that I intended to use but skipped, and I'm using it for this upcoming week, which is the last week of July. And once I'm done with this, I'll actually start setting up my new bullet journal, because as I said in my last video, I decided I intended to start a new one for August. So so yeah, this will be my last spread in this current notebook. I'll probably repurpose the rest of the notebook for stuff that doesn't involve thousands of stickers bulking it up, but time will tell. I'll probably use it for some kind of journaling or something, but I don't know yet. So so yeah, the layout I'm using is pretty much the same as previously, with the exception of the weekend banner that I actually put on top to not lose space. And as I also said in the last video, I went back to this spread because the previous one, although it gave me plenty of space and looked really cute, it gave me a messy feeling about it, and it didn't work at all. So I ended up using it less than I thought I would. So I was very happy to start this week and get my columns and and everything in where I want it. So so yeah, very happy about that. And I'm not changing up anything here. It's the meal planner, the Happy Meal tracker, the note section, one half of a column for this week and another half for the next week. What I do on the weekly overview, though, you'll see in a minute, I'll put down work, and the reason for that is next week I'm going back to work. I've been on holidays for 3 weeks, and I have a sort of messed up schedule the first week, because I have some alteration, which is very normal. During summer we cover up for each other's schedule, which means I have to do some late shifts and stuff, so I need to be able to see that in the weekly overview, so I don't miss out on when I'm supposed to be at work. So that's the only thing special about this setup. Other than that, there's nothing going on. There's no immediate plans for this week, so they will happen when they do. so that's about it. It's very simple, and that's also why I chose to just rush through this part, because it's, well, you've seen it before, it's nothing new. And yeah, I'm very happy with the design though. I looked at the kit today, and I think it put me off last week because it was very mute in the colors, but it's really pretty and it's not that bad actually. And I like it. There's a reason I made it, right? So I do like how it looks. It's very brown and blue, but it's very nice. It's very soothing to look at, and I think that's gonna be great for next week, going back to work and everything. I don't need a lot of fancy colors for that, so the week will be packed on its own. So yeah, what you will see also when I'm done with this spread, which will be really soon, is my new bullet journal. I thought I decided to go with the binder because I have a Carpe Diem ring binder. That's, well, it does have the same measures as the Filofax, more or less, the same rings as well, but I actually ended up picking up the Happy Planner notebook. And the reason for that it's pretty. That's not the reason though. I do like how it looked, but it's the size, and that's a pro and a con, because it's going to be harder to take with me everywhere, and I'm the kind of person that takes my bullet journal everywhere. So that's going to be a challenge. I might consider getting a cover for it, which won't make it smaller, but at least I won't have to worry about it getting damaged, because it doesn't feel that I don't know how to explain that, but I think I would be more relaxed with the cover. So we'll see what I do about that. But the good side of it is that I can actually fit a weekly vertical layout on 2 pages and have 8 columns being 1.5 inches wide, which means I can fit my stickers, and I don't have to compromise on the size I have for the weekend, or look for a bottom space for the meal planning, or the Happy Meal tracker, or these extra things. So it's basically like the Happy Planner layout possibility because of its size, and the dots are not exactly 0.5 centimeters, which is a normal thing for most bound notebooks at least. It's actually, I think it's 0.4 ish. I don't know. It's a little bit off. What you're seeing right now is me doing the yearly overview, and I'm cutting it into 3 parts because it would take ages to show you this, and it's boring. I also messed up twice at the beginning, but I don't mind. I think it happens almost every time, and this is a process that I enjoy. I normally end up with my wrist hurting a little bit, but it's really I don't know how to explain it. It's soothing. It's calming to just focus on the numbers and don't think about anything else for whatever time it takes. So I made this yearly overview. I might go back in with a gray brush pen and mark every other line of the months. And as you can see, I made from May this year until December next year. So I have, well, a few months back and the rest of whatever is left of this year and next year. And then I'm making the future log here, and I'm backtracing again to May as well, and I'm doing 12 months. So it will be until April next year, and knowing me, the bullet journal won't last that long, so that's plenty of space. So I'm doing the layout here, and once that's done, I'll proceed to the next page, and I'll come back as a last thing to decorate this page, because I just wanted to make sure the lines were all dry, and I also didn't have the stickers right beside the pages, so I wanted to get it all done before I went and got what I didn't have besides me. But this is very, very simple stuff, and I was a little bit annoyed by myself because, well, what usually happens when I have a plan and press the play button on the on the recording is that whatever I had planned just disappears. And I should have measured out the spacing for the words, because a few of the words don't fit. And I've done layouts like this like 100 times, and this has never been an issue. So this is just me being distracted, and that happens a lot when I'm recording, because I tend to want to get whatever I'm doing done. And normally that also makes the result worse, in the sense that I'm normally not very happy with all that I do. It never ends up exactly how I imagined it, but the actual start of this bullet journal is pretty much all I want. It's not perfect, but I don't want perfect. I want something I like looking at, and so far that's exactly what I have. And I know that a lot of people do very extensive startups in their bullet journals, a lot of sections and a lot of things they want to have with them, but these are my basics. I need the first page to be decorative. I need the yearly overview, even though it's tedious to make, and I did consider for a minute to print it out on sticker paper and just glue it down, but I went with the slow version, and I'm not regretting it. And then I need my future log, because I always do a week at a time, so I never have more than 1 month to write things in, which means I need somewhere to write down things that happened in the future that I want to be able to remember or know about. So the future log is important, although I don't use it a lot, but it's it would be a mess if I didn't have it. And then I always make a goals and wish list part, and this it doesn't always get filled in, like in the previous notebook. I think wish list had 2 things, and I didn't even make a goals list, and that's fine, but I want to have it in case there's something to note. And it's mostly because if you set a goal, or if you set something that you want to accomplish or you want to buy, or it's always nice to be able to check off the fact that you made it when you do. Hopefully when instead of if, but when you do. So so yeah, that's why I like to have that in the start of the journal as well. And the happy mail. Well, it's really pen paling, but to me that's happy mail, so whatever. Tracker. I always have this. I need to have this somewhere in my face. So and I've been making it like this for a long time, where I have a column for the names, I have a column for the received dates, and one for the sent. And that means that every time there's a name on the list and it has both dates filled in, I'm caught up, because that means I've received a letter and I've answered it. So I don't have to worry. So it doesn't tell me how many letters I'm expecting, because I never know, and people can take anything from a week to a year to answer, so that's no biggie. But I don't want to owe anyone a letter, so that's how I keep track of that. So yeah, so once that's done, I'll go back and decorate the future log with washi stickers, which is something I did for the previous notebook as well, and I really loved how that looked. So so I didn't change that, and I printed out, as you've probably seen already, I printed out the scripts for happy mail, for goals, for wish list, the front page, the my limit is me, my penguins of course, and I also printed out these snail mail stickers that I have, I drew them some time ago, and the letter sticker is something that I have, but that's not drawn by me, but I did print that as well because I liked it for the theme. And yeah, the notebook is divided in 3 sections, which to me will mean that I have one for general bullet journal spreads, like trackers or place to write random things. I have one section dedicated to planning, and I'll have the last section dedicated to social media and business, I think, which will mean I need a place for my sticker notes and everything that's related to that. So that's the plan for the notebook, and I'm hoping to be happy with it. It doesn't have a lot of pages, but again, I can add as much as I want. I have I have the arc punch, which is compatible, so there's no problem in making more pages if I need to. And well, the notebook isn't that thick, which means I can only start a new one and add pages to the one I have. I can separate the planner part from the bullet journal part if I want to, so it's very versatile, giving me a lot of options, and it also gives me one of my favorite things, which is the possibility to adapt as I go, because I tend to change my mind a lot, and I like having flexibility in the things that I use. So yeah, I remember using the Filofax Notebook, and I loved the flexibility in it. I just didn't like the limitations of size, which the disc-bound system would probably feel a lot better, because it's expandable, and I also have discs that are bigger than the ones I'm using right now. So so that's absolutely a possibility. So I'm very excited to see how this works out, and yeah, that's about it. These are leftover stickers that I had from the fall sticker book and the Halloween sticker book that I got from, I think it's Every Minute a Story, which is a shop with the cutest stickers ever. I love these, so I thought they were fitting. I didn't find anything else, so yeah. This is how the setup for the bullet journal looks. It's very simple. I've got the August planning part all mapped out, so looking forward to film that part. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a nice day. Bye.